you can't really moan against that if that's what the world rankings are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the great thing of having the rankings. There's no deliberation on who plays who, randomizing of potential matchups. It's done strictly based off what player is ranked where, and it's just unfortunate for the players. Of course, they know each other very, very well. LEVI De WEERD and CHRIS De BOER, especially in this game, you can see kicking off right now. LEVI from left to right, CHRIS De BOER right to left. But I guess the one thing for Team Liquid, you're guaranteed at least one player to go through in the group, but it's just unfortunate they managed to have 3 in the same group. It'd be a
absolutely,
great start
as we
well.
said. I mean, this is a horrible situation to be in for both these two players. You do not want to end your FC Pro World Championship run on day one, as already a handful of big names have in the competition. Everywhere we look, big games. Fonseca against Samu Gamer.
Just heard a roar, you know, in the background there. For I know there've been a goal in one game.
Faku Cohen taking on Johnny. And Rampazzo. Finding himself in a difficult game against Mani Bashore, because this is what you just missed. Graham Hansen with the extra pass. Harry Kane never missing from there. Mani Bashore leads by a goal to 0 in his all-important matchup. We have to speak a little bit about it. The fact that he was behind in his game earlier, Levi. Sorry, Manu was, Ryan, and he came back.
Yeah, and it just shows the mental resilience as well that somebody like Manu does have. Of course, this is a world champion. He's done it before, so he's got the pedigree, he's got the know-how in these all-important rounds to progress further in the tournament. And it feels weird, of course, having Manu come through that last chance opportunity to get here with the play-ins. So he's somebody that will be looking just to keep on that hot form. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that, oh no, yeah, there's Dolomike as well. Dolomike and Manu are the last 2 players that came through the play-ins that are still in this competition.
Kind of felt out of all the players, though, Ryan, that Mani Bashore would have been one of the certs to find his way through into the FC Pro World Championships, which he has done.
Great play.
Here comes Nuno Mendes now for LEVI. Can he find the all-important cutback pass? He does. Harry Kane will get LEVI De WEERD underway in such an important game.
If you could have asked me to map out a LEVI De WEERD goal, it would have been this one. From the triggered run here to the through ball. And then keep a keen eye on Harry Kane there. Plays it back towards him, the touch back from where it came, and then the low driven across the face of goal. A perfect start for LEVI. He finds himself in the lower bracket.
That's the win, as we said, to keep himself alive. We heard another roar, didn't we, Ryan, over in game number C, I believe it was. It was a matchup that features another Team Liquid player. Mani Bashore was leading in that game. When we see where the goal has gone, is it a double for Mani Bashore, or is it an all-important equaliser for Rampazzo? CHRIS De BOER, what a season he has had. He had a great run in the Dutch Eredivisie, another FC Pro partnered league, which
that's lovely.
Puts you into the FC Pro World Championship. A very composed little ball roll into a Trivella. That wasn't the only goal to go in, Ryan, because Faku Cohen has also opened up his account too.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Faku Cohen from when I remember first seeing him last year at the FC Pro Open. It was very, very impressive. He's taken that form into this season as well. And also this man right here, Samu Gamer, working the ball towards the byline, playing it into Ronaldinho with the reverse elastico. And the Trivella low driven to break the deadlock.
Samu Gamer, what a season that man is having, by the way. The first ever year that he's properly played an FC Pro partnered league. He played in the Lega Serie A this year, representing Torino. Last year he was involved in the Serie A, Ryan, but he was just a draft player. He never got a single minute. This year he was the star boy in that league. Won it, and even at a top 8 E-Champions League finish as well. He's been on some serious momentum, hasn't he?
Yeah, E-Champions League. I honestly thought he could have maybe even gone the distance. That's how well he was performing. Beautiful ball roll before the keeper could do anything for Manny Bachori to restore his 2-1 lead.
Back to our featured game, CHRIS DE BOER. Had a slightly, I guess, easier track, and so did all the Eredivisie players this year, the Dutch FC Pro Partnered League. It was an interesting one because all the Dutch players, Ryan, were tuning into the FC Pro Open and were praying that LEVI DE WEERD was going to win.
Yeah.
Or at least get the FC Pro World Championship spot, which he did by topping the group in what was a dramatic last group play. What that allowed was Ajax's FC Pro World Championship spot, which no doubt they would have been able to get their hands on, just to be passed down to the rest of the competition. Of course, it was Gio Bundy of Almere City as that Trivela flies in. It's blocked by Eric Cantona, who grabbed the all-important spot this year. As there's another update from this game, Fonseca looks as if he's bagged himself an equaliser here, Ryan.
Yeah, beautiful play, look, across the face of goal. And it's a way back into the game for Fonseca.
Of course, the same story there in the CONMEBOL Libertadores this year. Mega Barros and Facu Cohen both earned FC Pro World Championship tickets earlier on in the year. Again, those spots just passed down to Rampazzo and Fonseca. This is good feet for Harry Kane. Oh!
Beautiful stuff.
Deserved to finish, but it's the woodwork that stops him, Ryan.
Yeah, the play there from LEVI DE WEERD, from the little skill move initially to the dribbling, and then I thought he was about to sneak in off the inside of the post. Here's Manny Bachori on the attack here. Player look into Harry Kane, who's been a common theme for a lot of players. Into a ball roll Trivela. Oh.
Could we call that flow stay, don't we?
Look at the run as well. It's been tracked, and then you're caught off guard because Harry Kane could have, if it wasn't for Van der Ven stepping across, done enough to get into the space. That's offside. I think for CHRIS DE BOER, it'd be a nightmare thinking you've seen all the players available in this competition that you could potentially be playing against, to play against two fellow Dutchmen as well, and yeah, it's just not the group he would have hoped for.
Unfortunately, you can get to the FC Pro World Championships, but you can't choose your groups.
Yeah, I agree with Lenny right here.
Great to get your comments in as well from home. Keep them coming in. We can see you on Twitch, but what is it, 5 Team Liquid players?
It's crazy. The amount of opportunity for club championship points as well. And of course, there are other games going on. And this one right here is a goal back before Johnny against Facu Cohen. Wonderful through ball. And a ball roll Trivela to make it 1-1 in this game.
An important goal back by one of the tallest players that this esport has ever seen. And there isn't the only goal that's gone in. Samu Gamer. 2-1 he leads, and someone else who leads by 2 goals to nil is LEVI DE WEERD.
See how this goal. Oh my gosh. A Trivela from that side of. Honestly, I love a Trivela myself. I don't even think I would have tried to take that shot there. Wow.
Goal for the hosts, number 17, Victor.
I think the way I look at this, Ryan, and it goes with typical tournament football. Doesn't matter how you get into that knockout bracket, that round of 16.
Absolutely.
You're up, you're down, you suffer a few knockout blows along the way, but as long as you're in that final round of 16, it is a single knockout game. If you haven't been following the action. We can confirm a handful of names that are already into the knockout bracket. The round of 16, we call that. Obrun, Nicholas, Emre Yilmaz and Abu Bakr already through. And in a few hours' time, there'll be 4 more names, not just through to the knockout round, but 4 names eliminated from the competition. Samu Gamer on for 3-1 by the looks of it. Ryan, Ronaldinho.
Yeah, he caught him that first time through ball. And someone that is high-flying right now, Manu, gets it into Harry Kane, twisting and turning. The extra pass, you can see it with Eusebio, and the composure to tuck it in as Manu goes 4-1 up. He comes straight back into this game with Levi. We'll see the replay of that goal as well. He's caught CHRIS De Boer, all ends up to make it goal number 3. Nuno pushing forward, a ball roll inside, could have potentially gone for a Trivela, plays it inside again. And who other than Messi with that low driven across the face of goal.
This is a dangerous situation for CHRIS De Boer now, isn't it? You're going into half-time. Potentially 3-0 down. It is not the
Number 10, Lionel Messi.
exit you would have wanted there. Facu Cohen 1, Johnny 1 in the other game. Samu Gamer 3-1, he leads against Fonseca. And speaking of Team Liquid, speaking of another Dutch player who's been a world champion before, Mani Bashore is on a bit of a rampage run. We'll give you a replay when we can from the game, but if you scan across to the result, that's only in the 37th minute, Ryan, and there's been 6 goals in that game. I'll let you try and guess which way he's gone.
Yeah, Manu's flying. He's coming off of hot form from the play-ins, and he's taking it in his stride. Half-time in this game, though, between Levi and CHRIS De Boer. Levi seems to be high-flying. It's going to be a mission for CHRIS to try and come back into this game. This one is, of course, just before half-time. Potentially could have one last chance for an attack here from Samu Gamer.
Half-time there, Samu Gamer. Comfortable position. This is what I was speaking to you about, Ryan. We're not even in the 37th minute at this point, and Emre Yilmaz has just bagged goal number 5. We spoke about momentum off the back of the play-ins, Ryan. You've been used to using this squad restriction. You've had a bit more time in Riyadh to get accustomed to this arena, the environment, the crowds we've had here. That's worked for some players. You know, Kwana, it didn't work, and P8's in. But for Mani Bashore, it looks pretty good at the moment. He is on his way to get himself into the round of 16.
Yeah, absolutely. He would have been devastated to even be in that position, and he's about to go 6-1 up, you know. Mamadashvili just about preventing that goal there, but he didn't have the best of domestic league performances debuting in the Premier League this season. Sort of fell below expectation in his game. He had a quite tough one, actually, eliminated to Man City and Bernardo, dominant performance against him. And in other competitions, you sort of associate him with being one of the best players alongside these 2 players here, 2 teammates of his.
Next goal in this one is so crucial. Also for CHRIS De Boer, because he has to get it.
He needs to survive right now.
He is under incredible pressure by Levi De Weerd, who is...
Levi's purring out there. This is the Levi that would have thought would have seen in that first game. We saw glimpses of it, but not in this dominating fashion. He looks destined to get goal number 4. Look at the bottom of your screen there. Manu 6-1 against Rampazzo. That's in the first half. That's a beatdown.
Also for Levi, I don't understand how he's not playing with any sort of headphones on. He's just, if anything, hearing the clicking of the buttons that he's pressing. There has been a penalty we can see in game B. As CHRIS De Boer gets one back. We said the next goal will be everything, Ryan. There's one back his way. He had to make that happen.
Spoke about surviving. You have to just sort of bide your time and wait for opportunity, because he was under heaps of pressure from Levy, who was creating chances at will. But CHRIS De Boer, fantastic effort to get back into the game. We'll take a look at it at its full entirety here. Through ball to Nuno, ball roll inside, and there's so many options in this position here, trying to get it to the right player. And Messi with a green timed finesse shot. 55 minutes in this game have been played, so still plenty to go to see if Chris can get back into it.
So used to seeing Lionel Messi now involved in what feels like everything on the pitch. Well, in our upper bracket game in Group E.
Is that on? It is.
There was a penalty in that game between Facu Cohen and Johnny. We'll let you know exactly what happened there. So by the looks of it, it was Facu Cohen that won the penalty. And Lionel Messi, surprise, surprise, scored it for the Argentine. And Facu Cohen, who is in front in that game 2-1. Remember, the winner of that goes through to the round of 16, Ryan.
Yeah, an all-important game. Seems to be tightly contested, though, between those two players.
Update for you about Manny Bashir, by the way. 6-2. He is leading. He has got a 4-goal cushion there, and that's just kicked off in the second half.
Stranger things have happened.
There's the update there for you. Corner comes in. Time green. Marmadashvili to reinstate that all-important 3-goal cushion for Levy.
It's just as easy as that, Brandon. You kind of saw it coming. Once the Marmadashvili sort of drifted away from the player marking him, it's a free header. You green time it, you aim it correctly. It puts the odds firmly in your favour. And for Levy, restores that 3-goal cushion.
Corners are even more of a 50-50 now than they've ever been, Ryan, just with the incredible play styles and the in-game stats of so many of these players. To get it right like that, you've got to be quick, haven't you?
Yeah.
So quick that your opponent can't even react and move a player and micromanage the situation.
That's the key this year. You've seen a lot of players, I say this year, it's been a thing for a number of years, but they take the corner very, very quickly. You don't give your opponent an opportunity to potentially move the keeper or get the aerially dominant player to run in at the near post. But someone like Marmadashvili is sort of inevitable sooner or later with his height and the aerial play style as well. Here is Fonseca, though, twisting and turning, plays it to Harry Kane, into Mbappe for a low driven. And hold on a second, could we have a game on our hands?
I'll tell you what, there is a lot of time left in that game. Levy.
Lovely.
Extra pass that makes all the difference. CHRIS De Boer is quite literally just stunned at this point.
I don't want to speak too soon, but I think that could be it, you know. Wonderfully worked there from Levy. Everything just seems so synchronized with the way the player looked there to Cantona to bring him inside, because you want to mitigate the circumstance where the defender could step across. Then to Kane and the extra pass, the touch. I always say the touch back from where it came from to set it up and then get that near post finish. Levy, it's absolutely perfect.
It was such a positive touch, wasn't it, as well? It just gave him the space that he needed. Let's check in with this game for a bit. This is live now. This is Samu Gamer on Torino Esports.